Hi, John here. In this video I will talk about 4 things that successful winning product actually needs to have to be scaled over $10,000 per day. Basically like all these 4 things, like every my product that I was able to scale over like $10,000 per day had. But first, if you are an established e-commerce brand and you would like to increase your sales, definitely click on the link below and schedule a free demo call with me. I'm founder of Adferation. It's Facebook advertising agency focused only on e-commerce. And before we even became Facebook advertising agency, we were actually 8-figure e-commerce owners. And till this day, we still run our own 8-figure e-commerce stores and spend tens of thousands of dollars every day on Facebook of our own money. So if you want to be scaled with somebody who actually have their own skin in the game, definitely click on the link below and schedule a free 15 call with me. Okay, so let's now talk about those 4 things that every my product, I ran in the past and was able to scale over $10,000 per day actually had. Well, only thing that literally every product they even test have is that it solves a problem, right? This is like a core of every advertising, I think. People need to solve problem and I need to show them solution, right? So I don't really sell any gadgets, right? Because for me, it's just like a gadget and gadgets usually come and go. But every time when I find a product and it solves a problem, it runs for years, and I'm able to spend tens of thousands of dollars, on it, like every day basically. I have like products, that can handle like 30,000, in sales per day, and literally all of them have that one thing, and that's all my products solves a problem. And they work for years. Second thing is that product needs to be focused on a little bit like wider angle of people, right? So let's say that you have a product for dogs, you have product for cats, you have product for car owners. But when I say car owners, I mean products like dashcam, right? So it needs to be product that really like speaks to some specific group, but that group needs to be big, right? So horse owners or like birds owners or fishermen, or whatever, or golfers, right? But it should be product that can literally like every person in that group use. So every dog owner, every cat owner. So it can't be like super specific, that will hit like some small percentage in like cat owner group. For example, you are selling, let's say, some like cat carrier, right? And you are selling it for like all cats, right? So it needs to be like some universal cat carrier, but not some cat carrier that is little specific only for one specific type of cat, right? In that case, it's very difficult to scale. But if you can really like hit that specific group, hit that wider audience in that group, then you can scale like wherever you want, and you can go through everything, right? So all ages, and it's just so easier, right? So like I said, always like pick some specific group of people and products with like that wider range, so you can hit everybody in that group of people, like cat owners, dog owners, and all of them. Another thing what all my products have is that they always have like some emotional anger around them, right? Like safety, for example, or some like a happy family, like a angle. Because every time when you have a product and you can really like slap on it some like a emotional angle, it will like completely like boost your ads, right? Because emotion is what sells, emotion is what makes people move. So every time when I sell something, it's always, with some emotional angle. Like none of my products is sold based on some like features, right? I always create ads on some specific emotion, right? So let's say you have those cat owners, dog owners, or car owners. Let's say that you are talking about safety, like safety of their cats, safety of their dogs, safety of their family when it comes to driving, I always pick some like emotional angle, like that safety, and combine it with family or with dogs or pets, or whatever. But it always needs to be some kind of like a scarcity, but not really that will scare people, but it will kind of like make them like to listen, right? And think that, okay, I need this to solve some problem that might come in the future, and well, might not, but I still need to like be ready for it, right? So this is what kind of like a mindset I'm always trying to build when it comes to like that advertising, right? So all my products, they are always built on some like emotional angle, right? Okay, and last thing, and this is not super important, but for me it's actually important because it really helps to increase your AOV and set your price highest as possible, right? So let's say that you have all these 3 things that I just mentioned, and 4th thing is that I always need to make that product look complicated, right? So it doesn't matter what you sell, it needs to be all like marketed and it's like complicated, right? So even if you sell something from like a fabric, okay? You need to really like sell that fabric, how awesome it is, how complicated it is, you know? If it's like an electronic device, that's like the easiest thing, right? Because if you sell electronic device, making it look complicated is like the easiest thing possible, right? I always try to like create some uniqueness around that product, you know, and position it as like a extremely complicated device or like a product, you know, or like higher quality. So it's difficult to make it, you know, produce it, or like assemble it or whatever. But I always try to make it look complicated. When you kind of like achieve that, you can actually increase your price because complicated things always cost more, you know, it's like a logic, right? So that's what I do, right? I always try to make things look super complicated, even if they are like super like simple, right? But that complicated angle works really well. So I hope this helped, right? So this is what I do with those products, right? This is like my main 4 things that almost all of my winning products that are making over $10,000 per day in sales actually have, right? This is, all of these products have these 4 like points common. So definitely think about a product and try to like redo your advertising, redo your marketing for that product, and try to like create some like better angles for it, you know, make it look more complicated and all that, right? And if you are running in Facebook Circle of Hell, you know, and getting constantly banned, you know, definitely download my book, you know, free Facebook Advanced Survival Guide. And actually I wrote it to get you out of the Facebook Circle of Hell, right? So you can keep running your ads, and especially now when Q4 is starting, right? So definitely download it and get back on a track, you know, with your ads and keep running your ads again. And like I said, if you are established e-commerce brand and you would like to increase your sales, then definitely click on the link below and schedule a free 15-minute demo call with me, with my Facebook advertising agency Adferation. Especially now when Q4 starts, you know, so you have no time, you know, to wait, then definitely click on the link below and schedule that call. So thank you very much, and I will see you in next video. Bye.